Hello, everybody. Welcome to our day 8 Encore Facebook Live. Jenny Carr coming to you on this beautiful Saturday morning. I've got some water bottles to raffle off, some thermos insulated large, what I call these water bottles, to put inside your cup. I've got an autographed book to raffle off. We've got all kinds of prizes we're giving out. At the end, I'm going to be sharing an exciting gift for you all. And we are going to be talking today about what are the next steps. This Wednesday, the 28th of September, hopefully you all know that I am holding a master class called Feel Better Now. And I'm typing in the comments right now the link to register for the masterclass. Good morning, Virginia. So happy to see you. So if you haven't signed up for the masterclass, be sure you do. It is being hosted at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Wednesday the 28th. And we will dive into lifestyle, food, all kinds of anti-inflammatory living, how to understand, again, if inflammation is affecting you. And I know, hi, Janet, so happy to see you. Thank you for saying hello. She's here drinking her water. Cheers, girl. I know that a lot of you have begun to understand how inflammation is affecting you in more ways than you realize. We're going to touch on that really quickly too. So if you're joining, say hello. Hi, Virginia. Good morning. Heather, welcome. If you're joining right now, let me know how you're doing, where you're zooming in or coming in live from. And if you're watching in the replay, do #replay, say hello, post any questions you have for me. You guys, good morning, Yvette. This is an amazing opportunity as well for you to have time with me and to ask any questions as a follow-up to the water challenge. So I just want to recap really quickly. 8 days ago, we began the water challenge. You guys identified on your stick figure how inflammation is affecting you in more ways than you realize. Although you may not have realized that's what the stick figure was for. You were putting down chronic symptoms, both behavioral, so sensory conditions, ADD, ADHD, autism, all of those are impacted by chronic inflammation, as well as mental and emotional, so chronic anxiety, chronic depression, those all are rooted in inflammation. I want to say hello really quick to Pat O'Connor. Thanks for saying hello. Joan Mijos. I'm sorry if I pronounce that wrong. Hello. I'm so glad you're loving the water. Jill says water. Yes. Good morning. Donna, thanks for saying hello. So we have the behavioral conditions. We have our mental and emotional chronic symptoms that we experience that are rooted in inflammation. Brain fog is another one that can really kind of affect us. And then we have physical things. Anything that is a chronic symptom, and you guys, it can be a diagnosis or it cannot be a diagnosis, all of those affect our inflammation, or the inflammation affects the chronic symptoms. So it could be a hormonal imbalance. It could be that you're diagnosed with arthritis. It could be that you're diagnosed with things like autoimmune conditions, Lyme, parasites, lupus, osteoarthritis, Crohn's disease, the list goes on, psoriasis. There's so many different autoimmune conditions, right? And then it could also be that it's these chronic symptoms that are not diagnosed that you kind of are just like, that's part of growing old. It could be that you just are like, oh, that's just a genetic thing. It runs in my family, right? Hi, Vicki and Donna. Thanks for saying hi. Good morning, Sarah. So if it's things like you just get bloated a lot, you have an uncomfortable stomach, maybe there's some pain or gas, maybe it's that you don't digest food very well. It could be that you feel really tired. You have fatigue either in the afternoon or just kind of all throughout the day, maybe right after you eat, but it's chronic. This is something that happens all the time, right? It could be that there's joint pain, even muscle pain. I've even helped people that had herniated discs and thought they were going to have surgery. And when we changed their diet and changed their anti-inflammatory way of living, the pain went away. The structural issue was still there, but the inflammation goes to the areas we're most susceptible to. So it went to the herniated disc, caused the pain, and instead they were able to do physical therapy and follow anti-inflammatory eating and living and live a normal life. It is so, so cool. Colleen, welcome. Morning. Thank you for saying hello. Hi, Diana. I see that you just joined. Welcome. Okay, so it could also be things like acne, chronic acne, psoriasis, eczema. It could be things like chronic headaches. It could be muscle pain. Like there's all different things. I'm seeing lots of hearts and likes. Thank you. You guys, that's such an ego booster. When you're doing talks and you get all these likes and hearts. Thank you. And so I hope that you guys are beginning to now understand and see where inflammation shows up. If anyone has a question, if they're like, well, I'm not sure if this is inflammation related or not, post it in the comments right now. I will answer for you. Someone actually made a comment earlier this week saying, I want to see if I can find it. She was like, I have so much more energy. I feel so great. And then she said, I don't know if this is related, but I'm able to walk down the stairs more easily, less pain. It is totally related. If you're feeling stiff all the time, that has to do with chronic inflammation. So because this inflammation, you guys, targets different areas in our body, it goes to the areas we're most susceptible. It can be a genetic predisposition. It could be an overuse. So like if you're an athlete, I was a Division I athlete for many, many years. I used to run marathons, climb mountains, right? So I get like the endurance overuse. The inflammation will go to those areas. I have a bum knee, so to speak, and I've been to all the specialists in the world. When I was younger, I was diagnosed with juvenile single joint rheumatoid arthritis. I think the doctor at the time just had no idea what I had. He knew that my knee had an inflammation and was inflamed, but the diagnosis was incorrect. It's just an area I'm predisposed to. The inflammation goes to. So the MRIs, the x-rays, nothing structurally was wrong, yet for years, my entire life, this knee hurts. And when I adopted anti-inflammatory eating, what I finally realized is, oh, the pain goes away when I get the inflammation out of my body. And when I eat something inflammatory or I'm exposed to chemicals or toxins, the inflammation goes to my knee. Same thing with endometriosis. I don't know if you're familiar with endometriosis. Endometriosis is a essentially almost like a scar tissue that can happen down in your uterus, but not just in your uterus, in different areas of the girl parts, right? Female parts. And I had to have surgery for it, and it went away. Then it came back. I had it for years and years and years. I had PCOS. Like I had all kinds of stuff going on with my hormones down there. And again, when I adopted anti-inflammatory eating, I didn't adopt it to get rid of the endometriosis. I didn't think it would, or the PCOS, but it did. So it is amazing what inflammation anti-inflammatory has to do. Oh my goodness, I'm seeing so many people just joined. Hello. Donna says it's super hot in Alabama. Welcome. Colleen, hi. Sarah. Jerry G. Langston, how's it going? You say, how do you develop a taste for water? I wish I liked it, but it makes me gag. Okay, so your body is very acidic probably, and the more alkaline it becomes, which means when you push the inflammation out, it becomes more alkaline, your body will like it more and more. My recommendation is to do like a organic herbal tea. It needs to be organic, needs to be herbal, no decaf, no fillers. So you can do that. You can put some fresh squeezed lemon or lime in it. You could try making it really, really cold, play around with it. Pamela, welcome. Dee Dee, welcome. Johnson, oh, Dee Dee, I was just celebrating with you. I'm so excited you're feeling so good. Diana, good morning. Oh my goodness. Sheila, Diane, Dee Dee, again, so many things. Jill says, can water help TMG disorder, jaw clenching at night? And Pamela says, I'm diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis and PR. What is PR? Tell me what PR, Miss Pamela. Good morning, Tina. Okay, so Jill, yeah, it absolutely can. Jaw clenching TMJ is definitely related to inflammation. And interestingly enough, it doesn't mean that you have parasites, but people with parasites almost always have jaw clenching too. So I'd be interested, Jill, to know more. Have you traveled internationally? Tell me a little bit more about your symptoms. Sarah says, y'all, my cardiologist told me I needed to gain weight. He said he doesn't tell his patients that, but in my case, I do. He said, eat some cheese or bread or drink milk, but I have gained 3 pounds. Have you been eating the bread and drinking milk, Sarah? So what's important is that if you need to gain weight with clean food. You don't want to, I don't know if it was you, Sarah, or someone else that the doctor told them to do that too. It was in the Freedom from Inflammation group. And so they started eating, I mean, it must not have, I don't think it was you, Sarah. They started eating foods that were inflammatory and they were like, oh my gosh, they felt so sick. So again, it depends a little bit on your body, but all the top 6 inflammatory foods: processed sugar, wheat, cow dairy, refined oils, GMOs, and alcohol. We're going to dive more into those in the masterclass on Wednesday, the 28th. And I put a link to sign up for that at the very top of these comments. But those all are inflammatory for every single person. Some people may be able to detox some of them a little bit more than others. So you will gain weight, but it might be inflammation that you're gaining in the weight. What you want to do is add things like extra virgin coconut oil, avocados, hemp seeds, chia seeds. You want to add as many of the super nutrient dense, high caloric foods that are clean and healthy for you so that you can gain weight. And then getting in clean protein is really important. I'd be having things like organic brown rice and quinoa and yams, things that are nutritionally dense and higher carbs. Sarah, that's what I'd recommend. And then Pamela says, palindromic rheumatism. Anything that's rheumatism, or anything that is also arthritis, like all of those are rooted in inflammation. So yes, Pamela, absolutely. Oh, cool. Sarah says, I only drink vanilla almond milk and I don't eat bread or cheese. She listened. She's like, I'm sticking with this way. But I hope those suggestions I just gave you, Sarah, do help. Okay. So many of you are on, and I want to remind you that we are giving away some big old Hydro Flask water bottles. We're giving away 2 or 3 of these. We're giving away some Cork Cycle, I believe is how you pronounce it. These are 30 or 32 ounce, I think, insulated cups. So while they look like a coffee cup, I use this for my car because it's a large cup and it fits into the cup holder. And I know some of you were like trying to figure out how to do the whole like have a water bottle that fits in the cup holder. So I put this in my bag and then I drink this in the car. I'm a water girl. Look, I've got my tea, got all kinds of water. At the end of this, I'm also going to be sharing with you guys, and we're not going to make this really long. Hi, Janet. I'm happy you found us. I'm going to be sharing something that I'm offering every single one of you of super amazing opportunity. So, all right, we just talked about inflammation. You guys have looked at your stick figures. I have heard so many people, and I can't say them all, but Krista Regal posted in the Facebook group, said she got a gallon in. Going to keep this up because I am definitely feeling changes. Awesome, Krista. Still no pain or numbness today. It's the longest time in a long time that she didn't experience any pain or numbness. You guys have done this in less than 6 days just by drinking water. How cool is that? Puffiness is subsiding, ready to make more changes. She's motivated. Congratulations. Darla says, I did 160 ounces today. I feel great. I also have lost 14 pounds since drinking a gallon of water a day. I'm guessing, Darla, you've been doing this longer than 6 days, but congratulations. Can you imagine if you could push inflammation out of your body, therefore helping to reboot your metabolism, stabilize hormones, stabilize blood sugar levels, and lose 14 pounds just by drinking more water? You guys, we don't have to do all these crazy yo-yo diets and things. Like, we just need to get the inflammation out. And then Diana Krillin says, more energy, more pain symptoms, but looking forward to water each day with no symptoms. Good. So I want to talk about this. Detoxing. And I know yesterday you guys asked yesterday, sorry, I was just reading the comments. Yesterday, I did a detox, or 2 days ago, I did Detoxing 101 and shared with you, some of you are feeling a lot better. You're like, I have more energy, I'm losing weight, and there's some pain that's showing up. Like maybe someone said that they normally have like a tight shoulder blade, but the pain was getting worse. But in their fingers, it was getting better. So the inflammation is moving around as it's processing, or as your body's processing the inflammation. Then you re-experience the symptoms temporarily. Because you guys are drinking loads of water, it's an amazing way to melt inflammation out, but we haven't talked about diet or any other lifestyle component, so there's still lots of inflammation likely coming into your body. And again, we'll dive into that in the masterclass. But what's important to know is that you're detoxing gently and naturally right now. And so if the symptoms are showing up, you're going to keep pushing them out. If your chronic symptoms feel exacerbated right now, keep up with a gallon of water. For some of you, it just may take more than a week or two, maybe even a month. It just really depends on how quickly you adopt anti-inflammatory eating, get rid of all the inflammatory foods, anti-inflammatory living, and stick to your water. Those are the top methods that we know to push inflammation out of the body. So keep up with it. And I know, Diane, you're motivated to keep up with it. But I wanted to explain to all of you that if you're feeling some improvement, or maybe some of you aren't even feeling improvement yet, like your body is just assimilating the water, you are detoxing. And if the symptoms show up temporarily, it is temporary, right? It's like the light at the end of the tunnel. What happens is the inflammation and toxins are stuck inside your body. And as you're reprocessing them, then they come up and your body's like, ooh, the inflammation is being processed like systemically in your organs, in your liver, in your kidneys. And for some reason, when that happens, we feel it in our symptoms. But again, it's only for a short time. Okay, Colleen says, I have done the gallon each day. This challenge was super helpful as I've tried to do this unsuccessfully for a long time, but your tips were key. A discomfort in my neck has subsided. Maybe it was lymphatic. Also seems a significant drop in my blood pressure. Is that normal? Blood pressure, cholesterol, all of those are rooted in inflammation, you guys. So yes, absolutely normal. I took it before the challenge, same machine, and it was high normal, higher normal, like high normal. And today it was low normal. My appetite has decreased a lot. I have felt somewhat nauseous throughout. That's a detoxing. Overall, I'm thrilled and will continue. I have about 25 pounds to lose, so maybe this will help. Yes, it will. Do you recommend drinking more water on days I drink coffee or tea since this deplete the body? I answered it on the Facebook. Oh, and Colleen, yes, we met coming home from the airport one day. Such a small world. I love it. Okay, so those are some examples, and I know you all have even more examples. If you're listening right now and you're like, I want to share my wins, this is an opportunity for us to share our wins. I am dancing with you guys. I am so jazzed. It's just an honor to be able to share these simple, actionable tips to help you all get results, right? Jeanette says, hello from Idaho Falls. And Sarah says, I drink decaf Lipton tea. Is that okay? No, Lipton tea is not organic in any way, shape, or form. You want to have organic tea and make sure there's no fillers. If it's not organic, you are warming up the pesticides and chemicals and toxins, and your liver has to process that, when instead we want the liver to be processing the inflammation and toxins that are stuck inside the body. Awesome. Donna says, I love giveaways. Me too. It's so fun. Jeanette, hello from Idaho Falls. We're neighbors. And Janet Irene Lord says, I started juicing and really like it. That is awesome. I love that you're juicing, but that doesn't count as water. So just make sure you're not counting that as water. Okay, so we know how inflammation is affecting us. You know how much drinking a gallon of water a day is helping you. You all are inspired and motivated, hopefully, to continue doing this. I talked about it in the last live, but I'll mention it one more time. This is not a 6-day detox. We don't stop drinking a gallon of water now. We are inundated by toxins from environmental toxins. Those are about pathogens and pollution, from stress, lack of movement, not enough water, and diet. Those are the top 6 methods that chronic inflammation gets stuck inside our body. Those are the reasons you're experiencing chronic symptoms in your body, you guys. Those are the reasons. Now, are there biological things like hormones are out of whack? Yes, but hormones are out of whack more times than not because there's chronic inflammation coming from one of those 5 ways. Does that make sense? Give me a thumbs up if that makes sense. It's a really important topic for us to understand. And while I'm waiting, I'm going to answer a question. Sheila says, would drinking water help with carpal tunnel? Absolutely. Pamela says, black or green tea? I recommend green, way more antioxidants. Just make sure it's organic and decaf. Okay, I'm seeing some thumbs up that concept is resonating with you guys. Fabulous. Donna says, does drinking the gallon of water a day help with gallstones? I have a lot of side and upper pain. Yeah, it will help. It will definitely help. It will support the process. Okay, good. Sarah's saying thumbs up. You guys are good. Thank you. There's a little delay, so sorry for that. But it's so important you understand where the inflammation is coming from, and those are the reasons you're experiencing chronic symptoms, autoimmune conditions, the reasons you're experiencing chronic depression, anxiety, ADD, autism, sensory conditions, right? So that is the root. The root. It's if we get the inflammation out, everything will significantly improve, and for many people it will reverse depending. Phew. Okay, so now that we talked about that, the question is, what are the next steps? And right after these next steps, we're going to do this raffle. So the next steps, and by the way, in order to do the raffle, you have to have commented or given me a thumbs up, an emoji, commented here on this group. So the more times you comment, probably the more times I'm going to see your name when I randomly choose someone for these raffles. So make sure you're commenting, give hearts, give emojis, whatever. I'll be looking at the comment section here to come up with these raffles. Okay. Now, what do we do? You guys know you're going to continue drinking the water to keep getting that inflammation out, but if we are inundated around environmental toxins, if we have pathogens in our body like Lyme or parasites or Epstein-Barr, or there's a whole bunch of different pathogens that can be releasing neurotoxins, then we have this chronic inflammation showing up. If we are eating inflammatory foods, even if it's mostly good most of the time, but if we still don't feel good, that means that there's enough inflammation in your body that's causing the chronic symptom. We need to make it leave, okay? If there is a lot of stress in your life, and girl, if you have a lot of stress, like I get it, right? Like stress, unfortunately, seems to be more and more of a common condition and experience in our lives in modern day society. We're busier, there's more on our plate, there's more expectations, like it's just go, 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 go. If we don't move our body enough, right? If maybe we don't have time, and that's like a whole different conversation, right? About having time, creating time, priorities, but maybe we don't have time to move our body. Maybe you're in so much pain that getting out the door, or you have such low energy that getting out the door is really, really hard to move your body. I work with people like that all the time. So there's chronic inflammation there. Maybe you have a really difficult time sleeping, and that really affects our inflammation. When we have chronic inflammation, we don't sleep well. When we don't sleep well, we get more chronic inflammation. It's this vicious cycle. So there's all these things that are taking place causing chronic inflammation. And where I like to start, the way that I help people with unbelievable success reverse the chronic symptoms in their body and feel better, is by entering with what we have so much control over, our diet and simple lifestyle things like drinking water. That's why I started with water. It's the simplest, cheapest, easiest thing that we can do, right? And a lot of you have said, okay, what are the next steps? And the next steps really is anti-inflammatory eating. Now, what is anti-inflammatory eating? I write about it in my book, Piece of Cake, The Secret to an Anti-Inflammatory Diet, which will be raffling off an autographed copy in just a moment. What is anti-inflammatory eating? There's different ways to look at it. There's no board that like says, here's what anti-inflammatory eating is. And there's a lot of definitions. I remember when I first started doing research and began this work, kind of preparing for my book, creating recipes, just diving more into the recipe world, I would Google like anti-inflammatory, I don't know, bread or something, and they'd be like, oh, whole wheat is anti-inflammatory. Or if you're using organic cane sugar, it's anti-inflammatory, they would say. They would say, oh, organic butter is anti-inflammatory. So what I did, because that was confusing to me, or they would say, oh, anti-inflammatory eating means having lots of turmeric and cayenne pepper and cinnamon and ginger and garlic, spices that are super anti-inflammatory. That's what anti-inflammatory eating means. And then another website or another group or organization would say, no, anti-inflammatory eating is when you are vegan or vegetarian and you eat only greens and all plant-based, and that's what anti-inflammatory is. And you have to have all these complicated recipes to make that happen. So my work began when I dove in to say, there's all these different theories, and how many of you raise your hand or comment yes here if you're like, it confuses the heck out of me. There's all these different theories about how to eat and what to do and what's the best way, and I just need to feel better and I don't know which way to try to eat. Say yes in the comments if you're like, that has happened to me a million times before, and you try one thing and it doesn't work, or you try a diet to lose weight and then you gain all the weight back plus some, right? It's so confusing. And so what I wanted to do in my research and in this time is to figure out what is the number one thing to melt the inflammation from the body. If inflammation is rooted in chronic symptoms, we don't even need to have a diagnosis for the chronic symptom. We just need to get the inflammation out and we're going to feel better. So how do we do that, right? I'm seeing tons of yes, like so confusing, yes, yes, yes. Dee Johnson says, it was confusing until I found you. I'm glad. That is my goal, is to simplify this. It's not about all these different theories of, are you a vegan or vegetarian or are you an omnivore? You can be any of them. I don't care, right? That's not what this is about. What it is about is figuring out what are the top 6 inflammatory foods and how do you swap them out so that you don't feel deprived, and to do it in a way that's easy, not having like, you know, making recipes that have like 1,500 different ingredients and you have to make a new meal every meal. Like, it's that I can't do. I cannot do it. It's too hard. I'm too busy. Yes, I'm seeing lots of people are like, yes, I get this. So that's really what the root of my research began, the top 6 inflammatory foods, the processed sugar, wheat, refined oils, GMOs, alcohol, and cow dairy. And then how do we swap them out? And if you guys haven't seen inside this book, right, without feeling deprived and overwhelmed, I've got brownies, Carr family brownies, and we've got, oh my gosh, chocolate, Reese's Pieces, only it's not Reese's. This is like my almond chocolate cake, lemon bars. Like, look at all these cookies. And then we've got shakes, and we've got pastas and lasagnas and soups and pizza, and like, look at all these things, right? Someone's going to win this in a minute. This is totally doable. It's totally comforting, especially when people fall off the clean eating train. They fall off for these types of things, the brownies and the lemon bars and the cakes and the lasagna and like the treats. Let's not fall off. Let's have these instead because they taste really good. So here's what happens. One of 2 things. People who have never eaten this way, they've never taken out those top 6 inflammatory foods, they begin to take it out and their world is rocked. They're like, I feel so good. I can't believe how easy this is. I can't believe how tasty this is. And I feel so, so amazing. They may not be perfect, but they're used to eating processed sugar. There's over 50 names of processed sugar, you guys, 50 names for that one inflammatory ingredient alone. It's the number 1 most inflammatory thing we put into our body. I'm kind of getting into some of the stuff we're talking about in our masterclass, so I don't want to dive in too much, but it is so toxic. So in that one thing alone, then we've got these other top 5 inflammatory foods. How do we swap them out? How do we make it easy? How do we make it tasty? That is what I have created an online course called Have It All for Life. You guys, and Have It All for Life is a 9-week course. I walk you through week by week with daily videos, little tiny actionable steps like you learned in this 6-day challenge, so that you can apply this way of eating. You get swaps, you get ideas, you get recipes, like all these amazing things. Grocery store swaps, like you get so many amazing things, so that you can have a weekly challenge without saying, oh, I have to do all this at once. It's super overwhelming. You have these videos to hold you accountable, and you can do it at your own pace. It's an online course. You get the videos, you get access to all of that, the PDFs, the handouts, and you get to do it at your own pace. I have not formally offered this to anyone except for in my group cleanse, and this is something I'm, for the first time, more formally in this Facebook group offering to you guys. My group coaching program will be happening in September, but this is a great way to get started. It's 1/5 the price of my group coaching program. I wanted to make it accessible to everyone. It's just $97 for this Have It All for Life course, and I'll be sharing more with that with you in a minute, but I'll post the jennycarhealth.com/life. That, and just put in the comments, that is how you can get the online course. Sign up today. It will not be available forever, only for a short period of time. I haven't figured out exactly how long, but if you want it, sign up. And I'm going to answer some questions, and then we're doing this raffle. Okay, so I'm seeing lots of questions. Gigi Johnson says, I've been hive free for a month now. Oh yeah, girl, so psyched for you. So amazing. I see lots of people that were saying, yes, all this way of eating is confusing. Tina says, amazing results with just water, looking for the next steps. Donna has lost 3.5 pounds this week alone, girlfriend. Congratulations, Donna. I know that you have had even more work with me and learning about anti-inflammatory eating, so that's just so exciting. Corinne says chronic kidney disease. Kidney disease is the one thing that you really do need to talk to your doctor about. If you have kidney disease, if your kidneys are failing, they need the kidneys to support them, but too much, the kidneys need the water to support them, but too much water can be taxing for them if they're going into kidney failure. So please talk to your doctor to figure out what is a good amount for you, Corinne, on that. Joan says, I have had chronic migraine headaches for 60 years and have never been a water drinker, working hard to get the water in each day. It'll make a huge difference, sweetie. Janet Irene says, I'm really trying to just eat fruits and vegetables, all organic, juicing them is great. Awesome. Okay. And then Jenny Folk says, Jenny from Ohio, husband did it with me, and he was a pop and iced tea drinker with artificial sweetener. Has he been able to take those out, Jenny? Let me know. Janet says, I love your recipes. Joan Maho says, I made your fluffy recipe bread for my granddaughter, and she loves it. I must have gotten the recipes online. We'll need to purchase the book. I am so excited. I was a teacher for 10 years, guys. I've got my own 2 little kids. My next book, The Clean Eating Kid, is coming out in January, and it is my sole purpose to help our soul, as in SOUL. It's my heart purpose to help the youngest generation gain health. Anna says, oh my God, I'm eating lasagna right now. Let's get you the anti-inflammatory version, girl. Sarah says, I've tried organic bananas. They are so nasty. I eat a lot of bananas, one every morning. I eat all. That's so funny. I've never noticed a difference in organic. But try, your taste buds change as you adopt anti-inflammatory eating, or Sarah, so keep trying them. Right, Corinne says, please rock my world. I can't wait to try the food aspect. Even my 2-year-old granddaughter ate it. She's someone who does not eat much at all. I always trying to figure out a healthy food about the fluffy sandwich bread. That's so awesome. Noelle loves my book. Diana loves my book. I love you guys. Okay, hi, Donna, welcome. So time to raffle. I see so many comments here. The first thing we're going to raffle off, we're doing 2 of these amazing Hydro Flask 32-ounce water bottles. Again, if you have 32 ounces and you can drink 4 of them and you know that they're done. I love these because in the wintertime you can fill them up with warm water and some lemon or some tea, and it keeps it nice and warm all day. In the summertime, it stays really cool. I just feel like they're a good size as well. Super durable. So, dun, 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 we're going to raffle off 2 of them. And when I do raffle them off and find your name, oh, Joan says I signed up to be on your book launch team. Yes, Amazing. You guys, I'll be posting more about that for the Clean Eating Kit Book Launch team. I need hundreds of people to join me for that. I'd be so excited if you could. So when I call your name for the raffle, I would love for you to please, let's make sure we're friends so that I can get your message. And I want you to personal message me, PM me on Facebook, your mailing list. I'm going to have Amazon send this to you directly. Same thing for, actually not for the book, because I'm autographing the book for you for when I get the book. So the lucky winners, awesome, Donna, thank you for signing up. Anna says, I need that water bottle in my life. I know, I'm telling you guys, if you don't have a water bottle like this and you don't win the raffle, I recommend going onto Amazon Hydro Flask and getting yourself some. Okay, so the lucky winners for the first 32-ounce water bottle is Janet Irene Lord. Janet Irene Lord, congratulations. You just won one of these water bottles. Amazing. I'm so excited for you. So Janet, please make sure we are friends, Facebook friends, and then PM me your message, your address. But I want to make sure that you are hearing this. So if you heard that, if you heard your name, then you need to comment below. If you're not here, then you have to be live to win. So if you're not here, we'll re-raffle. So comment in the comments that you're here. The next person to win another amazing raffle is Diana Rush Toy. Diana Rush Toy, if you are hearing me, congratulations. Oh, Janet's here. Good. And then Diana Rush Toy. So Diana Rush Toy and Janet Irene, I'm putting you guys in the comments. You just won a water bottle. Please make sure you comment below. Janet's here. Diana Rush. Yeah, she's here. Yay, congratulations. Awesome. Okay, so PM me, you guys, your address so I can send this to you. And then the last one, autographed copy of Piece of Cake, The Secret to an Anti-Inflammatory Diet. If you want this and you don't win it, you guys, you can go on to Amazon. They have the best prices. It's normally a $24.95 cookbook. You can go on to Amazon, and I think it's $16.95 from them. So if you don't win it now, go on to Amazon and buy yourself a book. But the winner for the Piece of Cake, autographed Piece of Cake, Secret to an Anti-Inflammatory Diet, is Donna Stevens Mayorella. Donna Stevens Mayorella. If you are here, let us know. Congratulations, Stevens Mayorella. You just won an autographed copy of my book. If you are here, again, PM me your address and I will get them sent to you. Congratulations, you guys. This is so fun. I love doing raffles. Colleen says, I want that book. Go onto Amazon and grab that book. I will actually put the link to my book on Amazon. You can get it in all major bookstores, but I feel like Amazon typically has the best prices. There's over 126 5-star reviews on Amazon. Makes my heart sing. If I'm having a bad day, just go read those reviews. Look at all the people that have healed. So that's the link. Okay, nice work. But I have not heard from, Diana Rush. You are so excited. Congratulations. Let me know your message or your personal message. I'm going to be autographing this for you. Okay, you guys. So here's the deal. They've been sold out every time, Sarah. Okay, try Amazon. They should be good, but if they're sold out, let me know and I'll hook you up. Okay, here's the deal, you guys. 2 action steps. Number 1 is go online to www.jennycarhealth, JENNYCARR health.com/life. I'll put it one more time in the comments here. And click on that. You will see the link to sign up for my 9-week online course. Okay, this is when you guys get to reverse chronic symptoms through anti-inflammatory eating, increase your knowledge, and gain insight from me, leading inflammation expert, and experience vibrant health, tasty foods, anti-inflammatory style. You guys will see a bunch of testimonials. As a bonus, you will get a 3-month meal plan. You will get a grocery store swap guide, and you will get a free copy of my book. You guys, the bonus value alone is $250 just for those bonuses. And the 9 weeks, you'll learn how to swap out the top inflammatory ingredients and still eat what you love 1 week at a time. You'll learn how to detox some foods that have been causing chronic inflammation, as well as detoxing from a holistic standpoint. You will experience health-based fat loss without any calorie counting. No point system here. And if you don't need to lose weight, you guys, then you will lose inflammation, but you're not going to lose fat. Your body knows what to do. And you can take those steps, like I said, to eat extra calorie-rich, nutritionally dense foods to gain weight. I know, Sarah, that's something we were talking about. You are going to learn how to stop cravings in your tracks. You guys thought drinking water stopped cravings. Oh my word, I've got the most amazing, simple 3-step trick to help you do that. You will melt inflammation from your body. You'll find grocery store swaps that are quick and easy to grab. You'll learn how to follow an anti-inflammatory diet while on the road or in the air. That's a big question I get all the time. And then you will learn how to master over 40 anti-inflammatory food swap recipes, free of processed sugar, wheat, cow dairy, inflammatory oils, alcohol, and GMO. The price is only $97. Like I said, it's 1/5 the cost of my group coaching program. It is amazing. If you guys are listening right now, comment below if you want to do this. I'm so excited about this online course. And then the second thing you want to do is sign up for the masterclass, because we're going to dive in to the nitty-gritties of like deeper into anti-inflammatory eating, diet, swaps, inflammation, melting it out of your body, even more on Wednesday the 28th. So be sure to join up then. You'll also be having an opportunity, if you're interested in joining my group coaching program, to join a waiting list. The group coaching program will begin mid-September. I have not launched it in quite some time. It was before summer before I launched it, and it won't be launched again until after the new year. So if you are interested in working with me in where you get to have live coaching with me, Q&A format over the call every single week, and my assistant, we alternate the weeks. If you want to have access to me where you get a Facebook group and you can ask me anything, any day, there's amazing community. I answer really, really quickly. That's one of the most common things. I just interviewed some people for testimonials, and one of the things that they said they love so much about the program is I answer really quickly, like within 10 minutes. My energy and effort goes to this group. You get access to each month. I bring in a guest presenter that is a doctor, a practitioner who talks about holistic healing in all different facets. Unbelievable. And we'll talk more about that later, but that is coming up soon. So Michelle says, I'd love to sign up with my daughter. Amazing, Michelle. You guys, this is such an incredible program to do with your friends and family. It will transform your life. It will transform their life. And when you have a friend to do this, because the online course doesn't include me, okay? The online course for $97, you get to do it at your own pace, which is incredible. So if you have an accountability buddy and you can go through the weeks together and check in with each other, you will succeed even more. Having an accountability buddy is always key. And yes, Joan says, always interested in bettering my health. Sarah says, how much? No, well, I'm not sure what that means, but it's $97 for the online course. And Anne says, you mentioned a link to the water filtering system you use. Yes, I just got this link. I was trying to find, I was trying to get a deal for you guys. So here is, and I just heard from them yesterday. This is called AquaLive. AquaLive is the water, and I'm going to type it into the comments. It's the water filtration system that I most recommend. And what they do is it's a reverse osmosis that goes underneath. It goes underneath your sink, and then they remineralize it. So we were talking about how we're short on minerals, and when you drink a bunch of water, it can potentially push minerals out of the body. But just in general, our bodies are short on minerals because of the soil and the water. And so this remineralizes it, which I love. Aqualive, and I was able to get 5% off for you guys. It's not a super cheap water filtration system. It's not the most expensive by any means. There's Kangen machines that cost $5,000. This is nothing like that. But I was able to at least get 5% off with this link, Aqualive-ref-cc- C. You guys will see it right here. So get the Aqualive. The other thing it does is it actually changes the water molecules. It divides them so they're smaller, and the water molecules will move through your cell membranes with more ease. So you will get hydrated more easily, even drinking less water, although we want to keep up with a gallon of water, using this. It's amazing. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so if the Barnes & Noble, the retail price for the book is $24.95. So we're probably about what you'll see. Jenny says, can you add the link for the water bottle from Amazon? Yes, I will do that. Any other questions while I'm doing that, you guys? Feel free to ask them. We're going to wrap this up in just a hot minute. Hydro Flask is the name of the water bottle. And again, they actually offer a 32 ounce, and they offer 40 ounces. I personally love the 40 ounces. And then they offer some that come with straws, some that you just put on normally. So, and then lots of fun colors, which I love colors. So I'll put this here, but then Donna or anyone else, as you're looking at the water bottles, note that you can definitely, there's different options. Okay, that's it. If you're still here, say hello. Water can help with menopause symptoms. Yes, because that's a hormonal imbalance. And a hormonal imbalance is rooted in inflammation. When we're pregnant, when we go through menopause, there's going to be some hormonal imbalance, but we can really alleviate many of the symptoms and balance our hormones more. But remember, the water is the tip of the iceberg. You really want to dive into anti-inflammatory eating and living even more, which we'll talk more about at the masterclass, or you can grab this online course right now. It will not be available for super long. It will not be available after Wednesday the 28th. Okay, you guys, love you all. Thank you for still being here with me. Have a beautiful day, and we will talk soon. Mwah. Bye-bye.